We work with AI from a code standpoint. So finding the best third parties, finding the best technologies, using ChatGPT, using APIs, using interconnections with systems. But up until a few months ago, we were forgetting one of the best uses of AI for people, which is marketing and information. So you can go and with a little tweak to ChatGPT, which is the most famous technology, if you ask ChatGPT the right way, it's like you're asking a kid that has all the knowledge in the world. So if you ask ChatGPT the right way, they will provide you information that otherwise it would take many days.
Yeah, I mean, like you're jumping off and you're making things happen. You're developing these different apps. Now you've got Gloria. You founded Webtronics Labs.
Yeah.
And like you never know what's going to pop. Which, by the way, is one of the cool things about podcasting. Is you might be the next Mark Cuban. I don't know it yet. Like
or you.
Or me. Yeah, sure, maybe.
Like, I mean, you're more connected, so you know a lot of people, and you can be a connector like pretty fast.
Well, that's part of the advantage. That's part of the advantage of podcasts. And it's a good platform. It's given me access to speak on stages, and I get to guest on a lot of shows. I get to meet people. I get to see the hottest new tech.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. From our side, it's behind the computer all day long, trying to build. Like the idea since I had memory is to build projects.
Isn't that kind of scary? Because it's like, you know, with me as I grow my business, it's consistent. Like I've got good cash flow. But when you're building an app, when you're building a tech company, a tech platform, it's like nothing, boom! And then you get the big payday.
No, and it can be nothing. Oops.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think most of all of our blockchainers kind of felt that the hard way.
It is very important. I learned late in life that you have to check the market first. At the beginning, when I was a developer and I was building applications, I was just thinking on an idea. Oh, this is awesome. And I started building and seeing the code, looking for the code. Now, and it's very easy with, again, AI, being able to study the competition and see like what's out there and see how your idea is good. And also there is this other concept called MVP. Like many people have in their minds that they need to have like a complete application. Like many people have asked us like, hey, can you make me an Uber-like app? When they tell me that, it's like a red flag.
Yeah, like an Uber. Yeah, like you have to read a lot of books to come up with an Uber and be super.
Yeah, I want an Uber-like app to sell plants. And he's like, can you build me the system? And I said, oh yeah, we can do, it's called a marketplace type of system where you have two types of buyers, the ones that sell the services and the ones that acquire them. But the problem with this is that in order to test this idea, if you think about it, you don't even really need an app. Like let's say you're selling plants, right? So what you really have to do is to go and find people that sell the plants, right? Like the car drivers in Uber, and find the people that buy them and say, hey, would you allow me to sell your plants?
Yeah, you need the users.
And they say, okay, well, we have this business model. This is the key part, business model. We have this business model where you help me sell your plant and I'll charge you 10%. And then you find the clients on the other side. What I mean with this, to make it short, is that you should try it as most as you can for trying a business to not use much technology. We have this thing now with all the technology that is coming. You should try to do things fast, try the idea, and then when you see it's working out or people like it, people tell you like, hey, it's a good idea, then you go for the system.
Better to have the users before you invest tens, hundreds, maybe potentially millions of dollars on an app without a proven concept.
Yes.
That makes sense to me. I have a question too. You had mentioned that AI is making this easier.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? Is by studying the competition, by scraping websites, by writing code? How is AI making the development easier?
We work with AI from a code standpoint. So finding the best third parties, finding the best technologies, using ChatGPT, using APIs, using interconnections with systems. But up until a few months ago, we were forgetting one of the best uses of AI for people, which is marketing and information. So you can go and with a little tweak to ChatGPT, which is the most famous technology. You also have Claude, we also have Llama for Facebook, you have Bard for Google, which still is getting fixed to give accurate results. You have Bing, but let's keep with ChatGPT. If you ask ChatGPT the right way, like it's like you're asking a kid that has all the knowledge in the world. So if you ask ChatGPT the right way, they will provide you information that otherwise you will take maybe days, or you need a mentor, or you need someone expert on the field, and you'll get the information right away.
ChatGPT is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because, what's really cool about ChatGPT is you can ask it something, it'll give you an answer, and you're like, expand on that answer, and it'll expand, and you can have this like back and forth experience. It's pretty freaking amazing.
But here goes a little nugget. You first start by telling ChatGPT, I want you to act as an expert in plant, in agro industry. And I want to build this and that for this market. The more you give details, the more it will give you back. And then you start having the conversation, the actual chat. So you start asking the next questions and the next questions. So yeah, ChatGPT, you can make a business model, you can get the pricing model, you can get the market, you can
write code.
You can write code, but you don't need it. You need to know what to do. And ChatGPT can give you that in less than a week.
But don't you feel like, there was this old adage, this is a few years ago, where truckers were concerned about automating vehicles, people in warehouses were concerned about automating manufacturing, and there was this old adage that was like, oh, why don't you just go learn to code type of thing, right? But now the coders are feeling the heat, because like what do we need coders for if the AI is going to write all the code for us? Is coding just dead?
No, not at all. This not only applies for the coders, but also applies for marketers, content creation, and almost every technology that has to do with the online world, like every role. So ChatGPT will soon, if it's not, or is doing it now, eliminate basic work. So
right.
Work that is easy to pull out is being replaced in seconds by ChatGPT.
Right.
But you still need the advanced portion. You need the human part. So, for example, in code, you asked me about code. ChatGPT, you can say, hey, write to me what should I have in my website? Write to me the sections, the screens, the parts. But then you need someone that tweaks it, puts it right, goes into the details, fine-tunes it, puts it well for SEO. Maybe you know a little bit about one piece, but you forgot to ask ChatGPT about the other pieces, and you need the expertise of someone that has been in the field that tells you, hey, but that will enrich your knowledge, and now you ask ChatGPT, and you will know how to ask that person better. You can ask ChatGPT, hey, I want a role that allows me to fulfill this. What question should I ask them?
And so I get it, right? Like, this is all great, Jesse. The problem, though, is that all that work that was done, you'd probably need to hire a team, or it would take you a lot longer. So, like, the problem that I see is, let's say there was a project that would have taken 10 people to do, but now that you have ChatGPT, you only need 2 people to do the project. What happens to all those other 8 coders? Because they don't have a job anymore. They're not working on your project. What happens to all the other 8 people that are writing code?
The other 8 people either learn the new technologies, or Yeah, they're gonna
or they're dead. And I think that's the point, right? It's, you know, if you're not learning this tech, I think, at least this is my approach to it, I'm not just learning the tech, I'm not just testing it and talking about it, but I'm being loud. I'm being vocal. I want every stage that I go on, every person that I meet knows that, oh wow, Mark knows about AI. Mark's using AI. Because the people that are saying like, oh, it's too complicated, or I don't know how to use it, or I don't know how to get started. It's like I just see it already. There's a massive tidal wave that's going to come. It's going to sweep over everybody.
Yes.
And the people that are using AI is the boat to survive.
So the way I see it is like literally an industrial revolution. So when Ford do the factory, that was one. The .com is another one, and this is one. The cryptocurrency one, it kind of looked like it because of the noise. Because on the cryptocurrency one, they say, oh, we solved this big problem, which is trust in transactions.
Yeah.
But it was not a revolution. It was...
Honestly, I think it is a revolution. It just hasn't had its moment yet. You see what's happening with Bitcoin right now. Over the last few years, like everyone is kind of like sick of the Fed pumping in trillions of dollars into the economy. And now the US dollar is kind of teetering, and OPEC's trying to get off the US backed dollar. The BRICS nations are trying to remove reliance from the US dollar. Mm-hmm. So I kind of, Bitcoin just spiked. It's just like almost, I don't know the exact.
And it's going to go up again.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, it's more like you say, you're right. It's more like it needs a lot of time to develop to be able to do a solution that changes the entire world.
Sure. Same with, I think, blockchain, NFTs. They have a major part to play. It just hasn't. It's not buying
like
gifts and me.
Reshaping as time passes by.
Yeah.
But not AI. AI is now here, and it's like I always compare it to like the Jarvis of Iron Man, that the guy asked the Jarvis, hey, build me this, I need that, build this, do this, do that. This is happening.
Years ago, I lost a key team member, and like most business owners, that meant that I had to do the work. I lost a key team member, so I had to step in. I started doing the task. Oh. I became overwhelmed immediately, right? And so I was like, well, how can I solve this? I started using AI. I was able to do it 90% faster, and I reduced my cost by 90%. I started training my new team members. I was hooked. I was hooked. I'm saving all this money. Not only that, but the work was a higher quality. It was just way better. And so I was hooked. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to use it for video editing. I'm going to use it for copywriting and blog articles and for strategy. And then I got this deal with Upwork, and I had a partnership with Upwork, and I was doing research on, how can business owners use AI? Mm-hmm. And this kind of brings me to the reason why I'm glad that you're here, Jessie, because I saw that one of the number one jobs on Upwork was AI chatbots for your website.
Yes.
And I haven't had a chance to go in depth on this on the After Hours Entrepreneur show yet. It just so happens that you have actually built, created, or in the process of developing Gloria, an AI chatbot.
Yes.
Right? So tell me a little about this brainchild of Gloria. Tell me about how this AI chatbot. Well, let's actually start there. Why is an AI chatbot important for your business?
Because it gives trust for people. And it also does the work of a customer service department or a customer service person. AI chatbots can actually replace basic customer service people. So you'll have a chatbot, something placed on your website 24/7. So at 2 a.m. that someone wants to do the most strange question that they can ask about your business, while you are away, while you're sleeping. In this case, we name her Gloria. She will attend those clients and will give them trust, will give them conversations, because nowadays you enter websites and there is a technical term called bounce rate, which is that from 100 people that enter a website, they can find what they want in 0.5 seconds, and they say, oh, I'm leaving.
And then they bounce.
Or they just have the sense that when they get to a website of a business that they want, something that they're looking for, the business is not going to answer their questions, and they have to call They have to check with the business and maybe their own answer, an answering machine. So,
yeah, most of the time there's like a little like message us button on the page, which is like a pretty standard widget for WordPress websites.
Yeah.
And all that really is like leaving a text message for the company.
Yeah.
It's like, thank you for your message. We'll get back to you in 24 hours type of deal.
That's not enough, because there is this, the world now is so fast that you will go for other 20 places until you find what you want. But if you have a human that you can talk and ask your questions, and hey, the human answers the question as you like, at least if it's 2 a.m. in the morning, you say, oh, these guys can do what I want.
Yeah, they're engaging with me now.
Yes,
yeah.
Now.
It's kind of fun. And like, we all know this. This is the reason why Amazon is so big. Because I can buy anything I want, anytime I just click buy and go.
Now.
And yeah, man, no, I get it. It makes a lot of sense. So the reason we want an AI chatbot on our website is it gives us immediate engagement with our audience at scale.
And more than that, you can answer what they want. Like, you can help them without you being there.
So how does it know how to do that? How is this AI chatbot going to know what the hell my business does or what this person's problem is? How does it do that?
There are many chatbots in the market. Most of them, they use ChatGPT, as we say, like they connect to ChatGPT and they use that as a knowledge base. So we wanted to go one step further, and we wanted to code everything to make a solution that connects deeply with people. And how did we do that? One of the problems is that one. Hey, you have a limited general database, and your business has a branding, and you have a way to do things and a way to say things, and you have a way that you would like your clients to hear you. So one of the core values when we were creating Gloria is that we wanted to join human power with AI, not AI replacing humans. So making tools that allow people to merge this human and AI. How do we do it?
Yeah, how do we do it? How do I actually train the thing? Because you know, to your point, like my website's okay. I've got an FAQ page, I think, with like 5 or 6 questions, right? But it's not that robust. Yeah. Right? So how do I train it?
So you have an FAQ, people will take 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes to go to the question they want. They won't find it and they leave most of the times. So what happens is that when we install Gloria, automatically, without doing nothing, Gloria will learn the website just by itself.
Okay.
That's one of the things that we did. And also we give every business owner a dashboard where they can go and train Gloria in different ways. The first easiest way that they can train Gloria is that they can upload files, documents, Word documents, because you have the information of your business and things that they want scattered everywhere. If you wanna create text, you can create text too. That's the first way to learn. But the way that we think and the way that we believe that is the most effective one is that Gloria is capable of understanding the human language to receive certain questions which the business owner has the specific answer and the specific way to talk. So for example, if I tell you now, hey, buy me Gloria, you say, what? You haven't told me anything about it. But if you start asking questions and I answer them the way you want, and then you reply and we start doing a chat, and you don't see any contact information in there, like the old way that used to be.
Yeah.
When you are ready, you'll say like, okay, how do I contact you? And Gloria will reply back like, okay, here's the email, here's the phone.
But I'm still trying to figure, so like I understand, right, that we can train it by uploading it, it scrapes my website, right? Boom, A. B, I can upload PDFs, documents, maybe even like videos, training manuals, things like that, so it understands that as well. Although I might want to be careful that Gloria isn't giving away my best kept secrets.
That's why you choose what Gloria can learn from.
Right.
So you're the one that uploads it.
Yeah, it's not just going to scrape the entire web. It's scraping specifically what I train.
Specific website. What it does automatically is goes to your website pages and it scrapes them and it's there as her knowledge base.
I would assume there's an ongoing training that happens as well, right? So like, for example, I wake up in the morning and say, hey, 5 people asked Gloria questions last night. This is how Gloria answered the questions.
So yes, you'll have access to that is called chat sessions. You'll have access to the chat and you see what people asked. And then you get a question and say, this is even interesting. I didn't know that they were asking me this, right?
Yeah.
So you get that question and you say, next time somebody asks something like this, similar, so not even that exactly, so similar, I want Gloria to reply with this answer.
Right. So another thing, based on certain questions, I'm going to get more information on that customer. Maybe I get their email, maybe we get their text message somehow, maybe there's a tracking cookie. I'm wondering, is there a way that I can like retarget or remarket that person, right? So for example, someone goes in and let's say that they come, they ask, how much, what is your commission on selling a home? You're a realtor, I'm looking for a realtor. What commission do you take on selling a home in Fort Lauderdale, Florida? And Gloria's like, we take 6% total, 3% goes to us, 3% to the seller. And I'm like, all right, cool, bounce. Well, now based on that information that Gloria's gotten, can I like upload that to my HubSpot CRM, to my Salesforce, whatnot, so I can retarget this person?
I love when people and I start talking about Gloria because they launch all these ideas that we already have on the roadmap.
All right.
So let me give you a little bit of background. We have taken around 6 to 7 months. The features that we are talking about, right? We have that one. It's gonna come up soon, definitely. But one of the ways that we could accelerate that is because we are a software development company. So we make software for big corporations, and we can make the biggest software ever if the budget is there. We take these requests, and some companies, actually we are in business right now with some companies that say, hey, I want that Gloria has this specific workflow. I want that when people ask for these keywords, it answers this way. I want that, let's say we have a project management software. I want that when I ask her, hey, how are we in this project? Gloria answers exactly where I'm having to go and understand the charts and anything. So this applies to any industry.
Especially if I feel like if you're in e-commerce,
yeah,
right? That'd be so. I like that that's on the roadmap, because to me that's important. Because not only do I want Gloria to be a customer service rep, I also want Gloria selling. Like keep selling, Gloria. If I get my AI robots selling, like now we're in business, baby. Now we're in business. I'll fire my whole sales staff. Sorry, y'all. Kidding, but not really. So here's my other fear with installing this AI chatbot. Mm-hmm. Customer goes to my website, says, hey, I'm looking for an apartment in downtown Miami. How can you help me? And then Gloria says something crazy like, will you be my girlfriend? You'll come sleep at my house.
That's where the developing takes time. So
how do I protect myself from my AI chatbot just going nuts on my customers?
Because we have developed it in a way that is high quality. That's the difference with other AI chatbots. That other AI chatbots will just grab ChatGPT and answer anything. Ours, we put specific technology so it can answer only what you want and doesn't answer crazy things. And if it does, you'll see it on the sessions, and you can come back to us and say, hey, it did something crazy, we'll fix it.
Yeah, you can correct it easily.
It hasn't happened, but if it gets to happen, that's one of the advantages of doing it like from scratch. That we hear people, our clients, and like you said, hey, why don't you have this? Why don't you have that? And we fix it. And if someone wants like, again, a specific solution that they want to implement, that I want this and I have this budget to do it, okay, this project might take 1 month to 3 months, and we can build specific chat for them that helps them increase the speed of how people receive information, or how people maybe change something. Maybe you can tell the chat, hey, I want you to modify this when this happened.
Because to me, the more information that we feed it on the front end, the better, mm-hmm. right? And then ongoing, we're continuously training the chatbot, training Gloria till she's super solid.
This is how I see the industry going, and this is why I am very excited with Gloria. I see people stopping interacting so much with system and having to learn systems and start interacting with a chat and telling them what to do.
Yeah.
And they will do all that is needed in the system. So I don't know if you can see like the next generation of interaction with technology, like literally.
It's 100% going to be better because the chatbot knows exactly where you came from. It knows everything about you. The amount of data that is out there just based on your email is shocking.
Yeah.
Shocking. So the AI chatbot's going to know your entire history. It's going to know where you live. It's going to know your past purchase history all immediately without having to go. It's going to know all of that.
Yeah.
And it's going to answer your questions immediately. Like we're quickly moving into a world where everyone's going to be begging to speak to a robot. They're not going to speak to a human.
And I don't know if you have seen, I guess you have, but there is this conversational AI where you talk to the robot. So I'm talking to you, I'm making a reservation. Oh, how many people do you want the reservation for? Oh, yes, I want 3 or 4. And if they don't know a question, they say, oh, I don't know that one, but can you give me a second and I'll contact you with someone? Oh, human.
Yeah. So that's an example of a restaurant, because I would never think to have an AI chatbot for my restaurant, but that's a pretty good example. Someone's on your website, Gloria pops up and says, would you like to book a table or something like that? Yeah. So she's acting both as customer experience and sales at the same time.
Yeah. So we are actually actively at this moment developing booking feature.
That's cool.
To be able to deliver like a good experience all in the chat. How many systems does that replace? So as a visitor, you just have to go, hey, I want a table tomorrow at 8.
I can't tell you how many times I call a restaurant and they're like, please hold, or they don't answer, and I'm not eating there. I'm sorry.
Or we are full, or yeah.
Yeah.
So now imagine you can do a table through chat. Talking to a person. That is an AI.
That's crazy. So how many, what are the best types of businesses to be using AI chatbots right now?
One of the main businesses that benefit the most are the ones whose clients are worth a lot of money. So we can say, for example, lawyer offices. And with that one, we have to be careful because of what they can say and what they cannot.
Right.
And that's part of what we worked all these months for. Insurance agencies, real estate agencies, every client that services industry in general, every client is worth a couple $1,000s. So if you can, for a fraction of a fee, be able to catch the attention of these people, you'll have your revenue, your income multiplied by thousands.
All of these industries are heavily regulated.
Yeah.
Which to me is one of the scariest places to get into when it comes to AI.
We are not afraid about that, no.
So why not? Because if your chatbot says something that's incorrect, that could potentially give you an SEC violation or get you in trouble with the bar association or something. There was an attorney in New York, Schwartz, I want to say his name, doesn't really matter. There was this attorney in New York who was suing an airline, and his partner at the law firm was using ChatGPT to do research and find precedent as to why they would win this lawsuit. Well, they put together the brief, they submitted it to the court, and the other attorney, the defense attorney for the airline, came in and said, we can't find any of these references. Where the hell are you guys getting this out of a Cracker Jack box? And the judge was ticked because six of the previous precedented cases they never existed. They not only did ChatGPT make up the case, it also made fake references. And, it gets even better. It lied to the attorneys that used it, because the attorney that used it said, now this is real, correct? And ChatGPT's like, yep, I got this from LexisNexis and you're good to go. So again, when I look at a heavily regulated industry, that makes me nervous. I feel like I would want someone that's licensed, answering phones, answering calls, responding to messages, or maybe is Gloria is a chatbot a way of keeping people engaged long enough so they can actually get on the phone?
That's the idea, yeah. So one of the things that allows us to put Gloria in regulated spaces is because we are only the front door.
Yeah.
So Gloria puts herself, let's say that your website is like your office, and you have your assistant in the entrance, attending your people 24/7. We program Gloria in a way that she says like, oh, whoa, I can answer you about these topics that will engage you to know the information that you want, or the information enough to say like, okay, these guys can do the work. But Gloria doesn't mess with the work itself.
That is actually great. In a previous life, I worked in the insurance industry at State Farm, and one of the pieces of data that they showed us was like if someone's on your the website is exactly, if someone requests a quote on the website, every minute that passes by without contact, it's like their chance of bouncing and going somewhere else increases dramatically.
Yeah.
They're like, after 1 minute, it's like, boom, 2 minutes, boom, 5 minutes, they're gone.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Yeah.
But if you had an AI chatbot to say something like, what kind of insurance do you want? How many people are in your family? What kind of car do you drive?
One of our recent clients, I was talking to him and I was saying, hey, this is Gloria, etc. And he said, oh, I have 7 agents working for me, and people are lender. He was a lender. He's a mortgage broker. And he says, Gloria can actually answer the most common questions. So for example, a client asks like, hey, how do I get qualified? We have a super advanced AI assistant in our website. Ask all the questions that you want at any time that you want. And then if it's not enough for you, if you feel that you're not receiving the information that you need, then contact us. This frees so much time for agents.
I mean, I could see it being useful for my business. I get when I'm launching podcasts for clients, I get the same questions quite a bit.
Yeah, and I have them. And what if you tell me, hey, check with Gloria first?
Yeah.
Check with Gloria the main ones. Put a list of questions that you have that you want to do before the podcast. Check, and the one that she doesn't reply, ask me. And then the ones that I have to ask you, you put them on Gloria for the next person.
Yeah. So I save myself time the next time by training it today.
Yes.
That's brilliant.
Yes.
So why would I need an assistant? Why are we just not all going to fire all of our receptionists and all of our assistants and all of our baseline customer service reps? Like, because it strikes me that this could be pretty freaking efficient at that. Like, what's the bottleneck to that happening?
Because first of all, we built based on, we believe in human plus AI. AI, as you say, it has limitations. AI shouldn't say things she should not say. So you need the human, especially when you have higher traffic, higher business, depending on your business. But you need a human that actually engages with the person, human to human. So AI is gonna help you. Let's put a percentage high, 80%. You have to do the other 20.
Yeah, but again, if I'm a receptionist, right, and 80%, and you're saying 80% of the job that you were doing, you don't need to do anymore. You only have 20% of that job left. What else is that receptionist going to do?
Yeah. Well,
so she becomes less. All of a sudden, he or she goes from being a full timer to being, we need you a couple hours a day.
I think that she will be able to attend way more people, because as more people are asking, more people will be calling, more people will be reaching the business.
So maybe instead of needing 10 customer service reps or receptionists, now I only need a couple.
Yes, and they will attend. If one customer service rep attends, 100 customers a month, they will be able to attend 1,000.
Yeah, that's bananas. That's bananas.
That is real. That's real.
I actually haven't. I think about this stuff a lot. I haven't gone this route of thinking about how AI chatbots impact receptionists, secretaries, customer service reps, I don't know what we're going to do with, I just don't know what we're going to do with all these people. What are we going to do with humans? Humans are, I know you're building it in this, because I hear this all the time. Mark, AI is not going to take your job. A human using AI is going to take your job. And my answer to that is it's the same damn thing, because I don't have a job anymore. You know what I'm saying?
I think I could compare it with the tags when you drive. Before you used to have a person in there. Where did all these people go? Now you have a tag, right? That you pass by to the highway.
Sure.
And it gets your plate, and that's it. It's fully automatic. So where did all these people go? Well, they went somewhere else. They need to update, evolve.
The issue is this, like, sure, the toll booth operators are gone. I get that. And there's a few less cashiers at the store. Walmart is automating. They have a goal to automate 63% of their stores by 2025.
Yeah. It's happening.
Walmart is like you can fact check me on this, YouTube. I know you'll have to fact check me, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that YouTube is the largest employer in the United States. And I do know that retail is the number one job in the United States as far as the amount of people that you can automate 63% of their stores. What do you think Target's going to do? What do you think Costco's going to do? Well, they're all going to do this.
If you ask my opinion, there is a wealth transfer and there is a power transfer that is going to be happening, is not happening now, between people that decide to go to the new technologies and review themselves and the ones that decide not to do it.
It's a little bit scary in a way. I wasn't actually planning to go this way in this episode, but you kind of see how my mind goes, because if you have access to these tools and you're leveraging them and you're, like an example I gave, 90% more effective, you're just, it's like everyone's riding a bicycle and you're in a Ferrari.
Yes, it's scary, yeah.
You're just going to pile up the W's.
Like, there is even this idea of solopreneurs being able to be fully possible.
Oh, yeah.
Because you have all the information at your hand as you ask it and they answer, and ask again and then go into details, and you get all the data and you can know how the market is, you can build an offer, you can see how are you better than the other people, and then everyone has something to share that we are special. You either blast it up with AI or you stay.
It's crazy. And the data, I dropped my phone a few weeks ago and it was broken for about 4 hours. I was not a functional human being.
No.
I couldn't call, I couldn't use GPS, I didn't know where the Verizon store was. I actually got to the Verizon store, this is great, I got to the Verizon store, I show the phone to the guy there and I say, hey, my phone's cracked, I need to replace it. I have insurance on it, I think. He's like, sure, let me type on my computer. He pulls up, he's like, oh, well, you have a Shurian. We actually don't do the repairs and the exchanges here. Just call up the local U-Fix-It and just take it to the U-Fix-It. I'm like, how am I gonna call them? How do I know where the U-Fix-It is? He's like, oh, yeah. And so where I'm going with this is that every single human being is so reliant on our phones. Once you inject AI and automatic targeting and automation and algorithmics and cookies and I don't know why we're not going to need humans anymore.
Well,
is that like the world we're going to? I'm getting pretty dystopian here, but it just seems so crazy to me.
So I think that the way I see it, like, you can see things like scary or you can see things in a positive way. I see it as a positive way. I imagined a world where technology does things so easy for you that you can be happy doing the sports you want, the things you want with so much easiness.
But there's got to be, we need to have some sort of purpose. If our purpose is just to be happy or just to have fun, that's not good enough, right? There needs to be a purpose. Like, I was out the other day at my kid's school. I'm looking around at all the men. Every single person was overweight. I'm like, we're just going to be Wall-E in a few years. Just we're all overweight. We're drinking our meals out of milkshakes. You know, I feel like humans need more than that. We need more than just to be happy. We need challenge. We need struggle. We need to overcome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, technology makes everything just way easier.
Way easier.
Yeah.
Way easier. I mean, I think there's good and bad.
I believe what you're talking about, the purpose and all that, it's a psychological realm. And one of the things I learned when I was a kid for that is that my father told me, hey, just try things. So try jumping, try doing technology, try math, try painting, try music, try. And the ones that you feel that you connect internally, I think your purpose goes that way. So,
and I agree with that. And I also think it's easier for us being young. I mean, I'm not young, but I'm still free. I'm just getting warmed up. You know what I'm saying? But there are estimates that 40% of the global workforce is going to be displaced over the next 10 years.
Yeah.
40%.
I believe that.
So how do you handle, hundreds of millions, if not billions of people being displaced? Not everyone's going to be able to learn these new tech.
The way I see it is that, for example, 20, 30 years ago, it was difficult to create a business or to do what you want while you travel, or to fulfill your dream when you find it. So once you find your dream, fulfill it was very difficult because there was a lot of barriers of entry. Now it's going to be very easy. As much as having a computer or a phone, you will be able to, if you are someone that wants to see a better future for yourself, then you'll be able to make it.
I do think it's the best time in the history of the world to start a business.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
It is the best time.
For example, in my company, I making with these projects, I am trying to share with the people that work with me a piece of the earnings because they have done it too. And they need to live it and feel it and feel that what they're doing has something back for the amount of success that the technology has in our case. So I think that also is going to change. It's changing slow, but I think that this 9 to 5 for a specific amount in a month, that's going to change too. If you do, you receive, but also you have some sort of security to be able to pay your bills and go forward. And that will be, at least for us, is the best way to engage in what you love forever without feeling like it's not just your thing.
Well, I think that's the right way to build a business. You want people around you that believe in what you're doing. Those are the best team members. I've got a few team members I've been with a long time, and they really believe in what we're doing, helping people spread their voices. And there's no doubt in my mind that AI chatbots and what you're building with Gloria change everything. I didn't think about this before, but that example that we had gotten from State Farm, where customers on the website sends a message, you have not a lot of time. You've got seconds to respond. Mm-hmm. You have seconds to respond, or else you're losing that business. A chatbot is probably the best way because it's conversational. Yeah. Quite frankly, I think most people won't even know they're talking to a chatbot. I think probably a lot of companies are already using chatbots, and we just don't know it. You know what I'm saying? And there was a study, gosh, I wish I could remember this. There was a study where, I can't remember all the details, but essentially what it showed was that the vast majority of people that were using a chatbot for questions were much happier with the experience than without.
That's the whole idea.
Yeah.
And if you do not engage now in a very human conversation online, you just browse and you end up in nowhere.
Wild. Wow, the world is changing so fast. I mean, this is the type of stuff that I love. I definitely need to get you into the mastermind to give us a walkthrough of Glory and the AI. People are going to go freaking nuts, dude.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to go nuts just listening to this. This is so good. Where's the best place for us to find you, Jesse, and to find Webtronics Labs?
Well, you can find us on the website, webtroniclabs.com. I'm going to be publishing more content about AI and how can people use AI, people that are not technology savvy, how can they leverage AI for their business and for their lives. So yeah, I can leave my phone, my contact information.
Maybe even Gloria.
Or maybe
you might be able to chat with Gloria and get the 411.
I'll put Gloria on your website.
You what?
Yeah.
We got to talk about that. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by that. That'd be dope.
And I want to see a video of how do you complain about the solution.
Oh no, listen, if we put Gloria in the way, and that's the thing that I'm really passionate about. All the AI stuff that I'm trying, I'm not just learning about it, I'm trying it, I'm testing it, we're tasting it, I'm giving it to my team to try out. And then again, that's a big goal in the mastermind group is to see, hey, what are you using? Oh wow, that was cool. What are you using? This didn't work for me. Because this stuff there's like 2,000 new apps every week.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So how do you separate from all of those? We are not just creating a chatbot. We are creating an AI assistant.
Yeah. Just
imagine how huge of a roadmap of things that we have to release.
Yeah. But, honestly, when we just start talking about these ideas like law offices, insurance agencies, like, if you can build it, if Gloria goes where I think it can go, and this AI assistant, I mean, you get a deal with like Salesforce or a deal with like HubSpot or something, all of a sudden you go, boom, and so I'm excited to see that pop happen.
What we're excited about is to be in everyone's doors.
Yeah. And we're in South Florida here. We're technically, we're in the Fort Lauderdale area here, but Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Palm Beach, that's where it's going down.
Yeah.
All these people are in Silicon Valley. They're in San Francisco. Like, get out of there. Your car's already been broken into. You're tired of getting robbed. Like, it's time to get to South Florida, baby.
Yeah.
The free state of Florida. Let's freaking go, man. Let's freaking go.
Yeah, so we are going to work relentlessly until this blows up. And because we have the capacity to, businesses come to us and say, hey, we need this specific solution for us, which was our goal before Gloria existed, which is to create awesome projects for companies to be able to compete with the greatest. That was our mission before Gloria.
Well, you've got the experience, you've got the reps, you've got the team. Just got to make it happen, baby.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Jess, thanks for joining the show, brother.